So now we are starting with lecture number 7 of Algebra, quadratic formula and word problems associated with that. Now, first of all, when we write a quadratic equation in this form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, this is known as general form of quadratic equation. There are many other forms that we will study later on. So now when we talk about this general form, just checking the voice. So this a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. The quadratic formula is for finding solution of the equation which is given above. It can also be said to find roots of equation, which means the same thing as x-intercepts, where the graph cuts the x-axis. Just to give you an idea, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and the graph cuts the x-axis like this. So these two are the x-intercepts, they are the roots, they are the solution of equation. We will definitely go into the graph part later on, but right now I just want to make you understand how to use the quadratic formula. The formula says x is equals to negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac, the whole thing divided by 2a. This is the quadratic formula, the famous quadratic formula, and it will give us the solution of the equation. Now, for example, let me write down an equation, x squared and x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. The value of a is 1, that is the coefficient of x squared. The value of b is 5. So this is a is 1, b is 5. The value of the constant term is 6. So in this formula, let me evaluate this part first. B squared minus 4ac, which is 5 squared minus 4 into 1 into 6. This is 25, this is 24, this comes out to be 1. Just for convenience, I first evaluate this thing. This is step number 1. What is step number 2? Now use the formula. That is x is equals to negative b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac, the whole thing divided by 2a. So minus b, that is minus 5 plus minus square root of 1. This is the value of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, which is 2 into 1. Square root of negative 5, square root of 1 is 1. Plus minus is before that because there are two possible solutions. And this is minus 5 divided by 2. Now let me add a page over here. So we will write either, we will write or. Minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2, minus 5 plus 1 divided by 2. These are the two possibilities. Negative 6 over 2, that comes out to be negative 3. Negative 4 over 2, which comes out to be negative 2. So therefore the roots, the x-intercepts, the solution of the equation is negative 3 and negative 2. Now someone can ask this question, can we go ahead and factorize it? The answer is yes. Let's double check. So I'm just double checking by factorization, middle term factorization, and it should give me exact same answer. X squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. X squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. X bracket x plus 2 plus 3 bracket x plus 2 equals to 0. These two are exactly the same. So you can take common, x plus 2, x plus 3 equals to 0. x plus 2 equals to 0, x is negative 2, x plus 3 equals to 0, x is negative 3. So yes, it gives us the exact same answer, which is obtained right over here. So the question is, why do we use the quadratic formula? Now, first of all, let's compare the two. Middle term factorization, or for that matter, even if I talk about difference of two squares, and I'll also do an example of this. This kind of factorization, any kind of factorization versus the formula, the quadratic formula. This will work on certain cases. Quadratic formula works every time, whereas difference of two squares or middle term factorization, it will work only if it's factorizable. Let me give you an example. Let's say if I have x square plus 0x minus 4 equals to 0. There are two ways of solving it. This is x square minus 4 equals to 0. Difference of two squares, x plus 2, x minus 2 equals to 0. Therefore, x is negative 2. Therefore, x is positive 2. That's one approach. The other approach is quadratic formula. Yes, you can use the quadratic formula even if the coefficient of x is 0. Doesn't make a difference. A is 1, b is 0, c is negative 4. b square minus 4ac, let's first evaluate it, which is 0 square minus 4 into 1 into negative 6, negative 4. I went a step ahead. That comes out to be plus 16. Therefore, x is equals to negative b plus minus b square minus 4ac, the whole thing over 2a. This is negative 0 plus minus, and b square minus 4ac is 16 divided by 2 times 1. So therefore, this is 0 plus minus 4 over 2, either or. 0 minus 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. 0 plus 4 divided by 2 is positive 2, which is exactly the same thing over here. So now as you can look, naturally this is shorter. The difference of two squares is shorter. So we should be using this. Yes, we can use the quadratic formula, but as such there is no need. Now another scenario, something like x square plus x, and this is, let's say, minus 5 equals to 0. A is 1, b is 1, c is negative 5. And if I evaluate b square minus 4ac, which is 1 square minus 4 into 1 into negative 5, this is 1, this is positive 20, this is square root of 21. If we get a number which is not a perfect square, which is not a square number, this square root of 21 will be in decimals. Now let me grab my phone and let me evaluate square root of 21. So if I turn around the phone and then use the square root button, square root of 21, that is 4.583. 4.583, correct to 3 significant, actually 4 significant figures. That means this equation, when you get a situation like this, this is not factorizable. So the only way is to get the solution of equation is to use quadratic formula. So now I'll write x is equals to negative b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. that is minus b, that is, this is a, b and c. So a is 1, b is 1, c is negative 5. A is 1, b is 1, c is negative 5. So therefore I'll write minus, let me just erase this, minus 1 plus minus square root of 21 divided by 2 times 1. That is negative 1 plus minus, how much is the square root? 4.583. 4.583 divided by 2. It's either, it's or. So one solution is negative 1, negative 4.583 divided by 2. So this comes out to be 2.791. This is 2.791 negative. The other solution is 3.583 after the subtraction divided by 2. This is positive 1.792. So these are the two solutions of the equation, which is not possible because of it's not factorizable. So it's not possible to factorize. So the only way to solve it is quadratic formula. Now just recap everything. I would stop the recording for a while so that you can comfortably copy this down, because this is important and this will be used in further word problems that we'll do. So let me scroll it page by page, and then you can first copy it down. So I'm just stopping the recording. Okay, no, I'm just not stopping, I'm pausing the recording. So now let's move on to the word problems of quadratic formula, or maybe factorization. Now, these are the questions that I've pasted over here. That's the exercise. That is, those are the answers. And let's try out few questions. So now I'm starting from here. This is book exercise for word problems related with quadratics. Yesterday, we solved questions related to simultaneous. Now we are solving questions related to quadratics. Now let's read the first question. So let me get my the highlighter ready. And we are starting with the first question. In most cases, I'll be focusing on just forming the equation. It says two numbers which differ by 3 have a product of 88. Find them. Now let me do this question in two ways. Method 1 and method 2. They differ by 3. Method 1, method 2, there is x, the bigger number, and there is x minus 3, the smaller number. That is one approach. If I take the bigger one to be x, the other one will be 3 numbers smaller. So x bracket x minus 3 equals to 88. Therefore, x square minus 3x minus 88 equals to 0. Now, what are the factors of 88? It's not necessary that we use the quadratic formula. We can use factorization also. So 88 is basically 8 into 11. So let me write this thing, x square. And this is negative, actually positive 8x, negative 11x, negative 11x, negative 88 equals to 0. X bracket x plus 8 minus 11 bracket x plus 8 equals to 0. X plus 8, x minus 11 equals to 0. Therefore, x is negative 8, x is positive 11. Does it say they are positive? No, it doesn't. Now, if I choose x is equals to negative 8, so let me choose if x is equals to negative 8. So this is the bigger one. The smaller one is x minus 3, which is negative 8, negative 3, which is negative 11. Therefore, negative 8 into negative 11 is positive 88. So yes, this answer is correct. I'll solve method 2 on the next page. So I'll be using this thing again. Let me just copy it and transfer to the next page. The next thing, if I choose x to be positive 11 and x is the bigger one, that is what we have decided earlier. X is the bigger one. Based upon that, we said x minus 3 is the smaller one. If x is the bigger one, then the smaller one is x minus 3, which is 11 minus 3, which is 8. So therefore 11 into 8 is 88. So yes, this is also the answer. So there are two solutions, two pair of solutions. The first pair is the purple one, that is the two numbers are negative 8, negative 11. The other pair of number is 8 and 11. They are both giving us the same answer, which is 88. Now this is the first method. Now somebody could raise this objection. Is it necessary that I choose x to be the bigger one? The answer is no, it's not necessary. So that is where the second method comes in. Now again, question number 1 and method 2 or approach 2. Let x be the smaller number. Therefore, x plus 3 will be the bigger one. So x bracket x plus 3 equals to 88. X square plus 3x minus 88 equals to 0. X square plus 11x minus 8x minus 88 equals to 0. X bracket x plus 11 minus 8 bracket x plus 11 equals to 0. X plus 11, x minus 8 equals to 0, either or. X is negative 11, x is positive 8. If x is negative 11, then x plus 3, that is the bigger one. So first of all, let me write this thing as the smaller one. X is negative 11, this is smaller. X is positive 8, this is smaller. Therefore, x plus 3, that is the bigger one, which is minus 11 plus 3, which is negative 8. And x plus 3 is the bigger one, which is 8 plus 3, which is 11. So again, you are getting the same pair of answer, negative 8, negative 11, or positive 8, positive 11. Do you understand this thoroughly? Just have a look, acknowledge it on the WhatsApp. Let me show you the first page. In this one, I took x to be the smaller one. Sorry, x to be the bigger one, x minus 3 is smaller. We form a quadratic equation. We get two values of x, two corresponding values of x plus 3, x minus 3 in this case. Over here, x is the smaller one, bigger one is x plus 3. Again, the quadratic equation, your final answers are the same. Negative 8, negative 11, positive 8, positive 11. I can also solve it using one other method. And what is that? Can anyone guess this? Now the one other method is method number 3. That is basically simultaneous equation. So now method 3, that is simultaneous equation. There is a smaller number, there is a bigger number, and of course I can also change the thing. The smaller is x, the bigger is y. They differ by 3. That means bigger minus smaller is 3. So y is equals to y minus 3, or y is equals to x plus 3. Smaller plus 3 is y. That is equation 1. Second thing, they have a product of 88. xy is equals to 88. That is equation number 2. Now solve. X into x plus 3 is 88. Now this becomes a quadratic equation and the working is same as over here. just like method number 2. Do you get the idea? I solved one question in 3 different ways. The first 2 ways are quadratic. In one of them, I took x to be bigger, so smaller is x minus 3. In one of them, I took x to be smaller, then the bigger one is x plus 3. And what is the next thing? That is simultaneous equation. All good, all clear? Let me check the WhatsApp. Okay. So now I would like you to try out question number 2. There is no hurry. We will take our sweet time in understanding word problems. That takes a lot of time. So now question number 2. It says the product of 2 consecutive odd numbers is 143. Now let's say we are talking about even numbers 0, 2, 4, 6 and so on. We talk about odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Of course, there are negative odd numbers, there are negative even numbers. The difference between even numbers is 2. The difference between odd numbers is 2. So I'm giving you the hint. One number is x, the other number is x plus 2. Whether it's odd or even, it would be the same. Yes, if they talk about consecutive integers, there would be x, the other one is x plus 1, the other one is x plus 2 and so on. So let the first number, term 1, let it be x, the second term is x plus 2. Now proceed. I'll pause the recording. I would like you people to solve this out. So now the product of these 2 numbers is 143. X bracket x plus 2 is 143. X square plus 2x minus 143 is 0. Now I need to think. I need to use a calculator. Something like 13 into 14, that's 182. What about 11 into 14? 154. So I think let's go ahead and use the formula. So that would be better. So A is 1, B is 2, C is negative 143. Whenever you have difficulty in thinking of the factors, just go ahead and use the formula. So first evaluate B square minus 4AC. That is 2 square minus 4 into 1 into negative 143. So 4 into 143, that is 572, plus 4, that is 576. This is 576. And we know that square root of 576 is 24. This is some additional thing that I wrote down over here. So x is equals to, not this thing, x is equals to negative b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is negative 2 plus minus square root of 576 over 2 times 1. That is negative 2 plus minus 24 divided by 2. Either or. Negative 2, negative 24 over 2, which is negative 13. And negative 2 plus 24 over 2, which is 12 over 24 over 2, which is 12. That means there are 2 possibilities. If I take negative 13, there is negative 13 and negative 13 plus 2. So when x is negative 13, x plus 2 is negative 11 and the other one is 12. So one of them is 12. When x is 12, x plus 2 is 12 plus 2, which is 14. No harm in double checking. 13 into 11, that's 143, perfect. And 12 into 14 is 168. Hold for a second. Minus 2 plus 24, that's 22. This is 11. This is not 12. This is 11. My bad. So therefore, again, this is 11 and 13. So this is 11. This is 13. So 2 negatives, 2 positive. Both of them are the answers. All good? All clear? So let's move on. Now this question number 4. Let's draw a rectangle. So I'll just draw a rectangle. Not a good one. It says the length of a rectangle exceeds the width by 2. This is L, this is W. Length is bigger, width is smaller. So length minus width is equals to 2. L is equals to W plus 2. That means to the width, if you add 2, you will get the length. That's what it means. Length exceeds, greater, bigger. If the diagonal is 10 centimeter long, so let me draw a diagonal. So from here till here, that is a diagonal. And this one also is a diagonal. So just draw any one of them. If the length of the diagonal is 10 centimeters, so let me write it. Find the width. So W is there, L is there. It depends on which variable you want to work with. It doesn't make a difference. It's not a matter of right or wrong. 10 square is equals to L square plus W square. Pythagoras theorem. So everything that you have learned in maths, that will be used in word, that can be used in word problem. This is 100. L is W plus 2 whole square, and this is W square. This is W square plus 4W plus 4 plus W square is 100. So therefore 0, this is 2W square, and this is 4W. 4 minus 100 is negative 96 equals to 0. Therefore W square plus 2W minus 49, 96, my bad, that is 45, 48. Minus 48 equals to 0. So 6 8s are 48, W square plus 8W minus 6W minus 48 equals to 0. W bracket W plus 8 minus 6 bracket W plus 8 equals to 0. W is W plus 8, don't skip a step. W plus 8, W minus 6 equals to 0. Therefore W is negative 8. Therefore W is positive 6. This one we will discard. Why? Because length, or for that matter width or height, cannot be negative. Dimension cannot be negative. Weight cannot be negative. Time cannot be negative. Any type of dimension cannot be negative. All good? So therefore use this one. W is 6 and that is the answer. Therefore the length is 6 plus 2, which comes out to be 8. But they were only asking for the width of the rectangle, and this is the answer that you got. Now acknowledge on the WhatsApp, either individually or in the group, that you have understood everything till now. We have done 2 word problems. So we did some problem that was based upon multiplication of numbers. Then we did a problem that is based upon what? That is based upon the idea. Let me send it to one other person. And I think that's this one. That's all good, all clear. Okay, let's move on. I'll just skip this one for right now. Let me choose another one, something like this. Try out this one, which is question number 5. I'll just pause the recording. So now let's look at question number 5. It says the area of the rectangle exceeds the area of the square by 24. The area of rectangle is bigger. That is why the word exceed is used. Then the area of the square, and what is the value? 24. First thing first, This area is x minus 3, x minus 6. This area of the square is x minus 7 whole square. So first of all, area of rectangle, simplify it, x minus 3, x minus 6. It's better to simplify at this stage, which is x square minus 6x minus 3x, which is negative 9x plus 18. Area of square, that is x minus 7 whole square, which is x square minus 14x plus 49. Area of rectangle is bigger. Area of square is smaller. So this is bigger. Therefore, area of rectangle minus area of square should equal to 24. X square minus 9x plus 18 minus x square minus 14x plus 49 equals to 24. First simplify on the left hand side. I think the x square is cancelling out. Okay, so you're lucky. This and this cancels out. Negative 9x, negative 14x. That is negative 9x plus 14x. 18 minus 49. 18 minus 49 minus 24 equals to 0. I also took 24 on this side. Actually, let's keep 24 on the other side. Now the difference between 18 and 49, 28, 38, 48, that is 30 and 31. So this is negative 31 is equals to 24, and the difference between 14 and 9, that is 5x. So therefore 5x equals to 24 plus 31, which is 25, 55. Therefore x comes out to be 11. And what are they asking? They are asking us finding x, and we found the value of x. So now let's just stop our lecture number 7 at this stage. So I think we can stop over here. Lecture number 7, algebra, that is quadratics and word problem, part 1, we are stopping over here. And this exercise that's given over here, try as much as possible. There will be some questions which you will find difficult because we have not tried those out. So try it out, no harm in that, and then we will go over and we will understand those remaining concepts. Till the next class, take care.